What's up, folks? Welcome back to another vlog. My name is Vin. I use they, them, theirs pronouns, and I'm a 30-something-year-old doing YouTube on the side. And for the month of May, I am doing a daily vlog. So today's vlog, I'm chilling, but I need to do some yoga. I just need some like dynamic movement that isn't super stressful on my body, like swim, running, and cycling. I'm training for a sprint triathlon in June. That's why I'm doing all those things. So I'm going to do that, and then later in this video, I'm going to talk about friendship. That felt pretty good. I'm glad I did that. Whatever movement looks like for you, I hope you do something that feels good for your body today. It's graduation season, and I've really enjoyed watching the speeches from all kinds of people. Right now I'm watching Gary V's for NYU Stern School.
I know people talk about my hustle, my grind, and all this. I sleep a shitload. 7, 8, 9 hours a day. Please, my friends, don't get it twisted. It's not about how little you sleep. It's what you do when you're awake. Please fall in love with losing. Losing is good. Losing is fun. But you need to lean into self-awareness. Don't worry about being something that you wish you were. Focus on who you actually are. Double down on strengths. But when I tell you, none of my self-esteem or how I affirm who I am is based on my bank account or my following count, there isn't anything that I've said that is more true than that.
That was such an inspiring speech because he was so selfless and he made it about the students. And I've watched a lot of these in the last few days, and a lot of these graduation speeches where they have like some fancy person being honored, they talk about themselves and they talk about their work and they talk about the importance of their work, but they're not really putting a call to action to the students that they're addressing or the class that they're addressing in the same way that Gary Vee did. So definitely the best graduation speech I've ever seen. So good. So good. Yeah, my favorite thing in there was that he was really trying to tell people to lead with empathy. If they don't like themselves in the process of figuring out what they want to do in their life, it's gonna suck. So it's really cool that he's talking about self-awareness and that this is more and more of a common thing when people are addressing others to try to inspire them, you know, and motivate them to do something good in this world. Beautiful. My mom sometimes gets like free meals from coworkers. This is like something from I think it's Whole Foods, and she's gotten it before. It's some kind of like low spicy bread sauce with like couscous, salmon, and spinach. It's so bomb. I'm also eating salami with goat cheese because yes, fat is important and it's so good. Also, I'm watching Firefly Lane. I don't know if I think I've mentioned this show already, but I love watching it. It's a really awesome show about friendship and kind of set me up for my story time for today. But Firefly Lane, great show. It's about these two friends, Kate and Tully, and it's really cool because it jumps back and forth between the present and the future and like different points of the present and the past and different points of the past, like when they were kids, college, and then like younger adults to the present, which is when they're in their 40s. I really love it. I love me a heartwarming show, and I definitely am the kind of person that watches shows just to feel. And if you want a show that makes you feel, this is the show. So in theme with this topic that I want to talk about, I'm actually driving to see a friend of mine. And the reason I wanted to talk about this is because friends of my parents are here in town. And these are friends of my parents. Sorry, my friend just told me to like bring a jacket in case it gets cold outside. And I'm just like, that's funny. That's cute because I like lived in Chicago for 2 years, so California cold, even in like the mountainous areas here, does not constitute as like significance of cold for me. But it's just, I appreciate that they thought of me. So my parents have friends visiting, and these friends they live in Vegas. They've lived there for the last 2 years, but my parents knew them when we all lived in Italy. So they've been friends for over 30 years. Since they are now immigrants to the US and my parents have been here over 20 years over them, I guess my parents, are in a slightly better position than them to support them and be there for them, which obviously, because they're real friends to each other, we're all mutually going to support one another in this next chapter of their life. I just appreciated seeing the four of them and their kids. They have 2 sons. I grew up with them too when we were all living in Italy. So there's a very unique, special bond between us all, being Filipinos that had parents that immigrated to Italy and then have now moved to the United States. And there's a lot of diaspora things that I could talk about, but I think that's a future video all on its own. I want to talk about friendships. And the reason that I brought up even the friendships of my parents is because it shows 2 different concepts that I think are so important. The friends that you make have to survive the tests of time and distance. So time spent apart and not seeing each other regularly, but still updating each other on each other's lives, while also still staying in alignment somehow and truly being there for each other after all that time. And the other thing that I wanted to bring up is that there's different versions of you that have occurred and have been erased. I'm supposed to make this right turn. In the last 20 plus years that we have been apart from each other. And that, honestly, I respect my parents a lot mostly my mom, for maintaining this friendship. And they're still really cool and really kind to me. And of course, I appreciate that. The whole point that I wanted to get to in bringing up friendships is 3 different components, 3 really simple things that I think you have to deeply think about in order to and successfully maintain friendships. Concept number 1 is shared values. In this family friend situation, the shared values are us as immigrants struggling to make it within this country and within Italy. It's very niche, right? Very specific. So what are the values that you want in life? What are the values you want to embody as a person? Do the friends that you seek or that are around you actually have the values that you want? And it's okay to have values that you want to have, that you don't have yet, but the people that you want to become in your circle have them at a higher level than you. That's totally fine. However, what you don't want is people that don't match the values that you want. If one of my values is to be an active person, I don't want to surround myself with people who aren't good to their bodies or who continuously choose not to be good to their bodies. That doesn't mean they have to be as active as me. For me personally, that just means you have to have a self-awareness of what your body needs on a day-to-day basis. And if that happens to be movement, that's fine. If that happens to be only mental gymnastics because you're more physically disabled, that's okay too. But if you're constantly saying, man, I wish I could run, and you are actually able-bodied and can run, but you're choosing not to because you're too lazy and you spend an hour scrolling on social media every day. Quick sidebar, I guarantee you have time to do the activity that you say you don't, but you probably spend an average of 2 hours on your phone every day that could be reallocated to an activity. I totally almost missed an exit. That's fine. We're good. We're fine. So that's step 1. In order to find good friendships and be in relationships that are good for you, you have to find people that match the values that you want in life. Do you want to be a learner? Then that should probably lead you towards people that are curious, that are passionate about specific topics, and that want to teach others. Right? Principle number 2, what do you want in life? Surround yourself with the people that have what you want in life. This could be mentors, but this could also just be your friends. Surround yourself with friends who know how to get what they want. Is that a pay raise? Is that a house? Quality friendships? Is that joy from the simple things that they do? You need to be able to find people that want similar things out of life as you, are actually willing to go after it and achieve them. Principle number 3, and this is a timely one. A lot of people stay in friendships with people because they have been friends with them since high school, since college, since they were children. But this principle that I'm about to share with you is this person good for you right now. Not has this person been there for you through thick and thin. That is not the question. The question is this person good for you in this moment? Is the person that they are right now a healthy version of who they should be? And is it healthy for you? There are many friendships that I've had that served a purpose and they were good for me for a certain period of time in my life, but no longer do. They are no longer in alignment with the version of me that I am now. And that's okay. People change, you change. You will have many iterations of you over time. But just because you have been friends with somebody forever does not mean you should be friends with them forever. And trust me, it is okay to let things go and let people go if any of these 3 principles are not met. That's all I got for today. I hope you think about these nuggets a little bit this week. And I'm sure there's somebody that you thought of when I was listing these principles out. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.